welcome back to I've Got Something to Tell You with Tayler and
Colleen.
Woo!
It's been a minute.
I know. We have been on a little hiatus because little Petey was sick.
Yeah. I think we both.
Who's my dog?
Yeah. Both of us needed some mental rest of.
Mental health reset.
Exactly. Which is important. So I'm
It
glad we
is.
did.
We're big advocates on it.
100%. It would be like one of those days where like Tayler would call me and she'd be like, so do you mind if we don't record today? And I was like, honestly, you read my mind. Like,
It literally happened yesterday, and I will say, great call.
yeah.
I feel so much better today than I did yesterday.
And Petey's doing much better, so that's also very important. Not that he was even like...
It was pretty rough.
Yeah.
He wasn't doing great, but he's doing really well now.
Okay.
And I'm doing really well now because he's doing really well now. That little guy controls my emotions.
Our son. Yeah.
Our child, Copper. He's like, what the fuck, man? You
were the firstborn, we understand.
Yeah, and now Copper's on a hunger strike because we've been giving Peter so much attention. I can't win.
He just is staring right now.
Sorry, I love you, Copper.
We love you, Copper.
But anyway, so we're back, and I'm really excited. I missed telling stories with you, like at my house, and like it's really cozy. We get to be in our regular recording spot instead of my office, so it's even better.
It just feels like it was all meant to be. You know what I mean?
It was,
like,
yeah.
You know, sad that we went through what we went through, but at the same time, glad that we're here now.
Yeah, we're like refreshed and we're ready.
Exactly. And we have a show this weekend. So we're going to be back at Bottle Shop, which I don't think we've recorded since our last Bottle Shop show.
I don't think we have either. Yeah, because that was a couple weeks ago and we took 2 weeks off. So that would make sense. Yeah.
But that would, like, thank you so much to everybody that came out at Bottle Shop. And, like, also thank you, Bottle Shop, because we had to move, like, every single seat into that room.
Yeah. Like, we used their TV to hook up my laptop for our presentation because we have visuals at our live show now. We moved all the tables to accommodate for people, like, not being super squished and stuff. And Bottle Shop was like, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Like, super nice about it.
No, it was amazing. So we have another show at Bottle Shop this Sunday, July 26th. Yes. At 4 p.m. So please come. But also, if you are one of our regulars that come to our show, get comfy. If there's a spot, like, everybody's there for the same reason. So don't be nervous about sitting next to somebody you may not know.
Yeah.
We're all there.
All like-minded people, all there for the same thing. So it's like the perfect time to make friends.
Exactly.
I mean, I wish we had more time to like talk to everybody, but we've gotten to know a lot of the people that do show up every single time. They're all like, as fuck.
Super cool.
So,
and please come up to us after the show because like we love that too. We love taking pictures with people. We want to hear your stories. Like if you have a story, please tell it to us. And don't be hesitant. Like we said, we always ask people after the show if they want to come up.
Yeah.
It's not that scary.
Yeah.
Like, come up. Tell
or
us.
Even if you just want to tell us and you don't want it recorded, down to hear it.
Down to hear it, for sure.
We both are.
Yeah. It's not just for content. We genuinely care.
We
like,
live for that shit. Like that's why we're doing this now.
We've said it time and time again. Like I think one of my our favorite things is just like how many people have a story. Like it's crazy. So even if you don't want to put it on the podcast, just tell us because we want to know.
Tell us for our ears. That's all we ask.
Exactly. It's selfish if you don't.
Yeah.
So it's actually rude.
How dare you hide those stories from us?
If we find out that you have a story and you didn't tell us,
we will have you arrested.
Yeah, we'll have you arrested. We'll put you in the XD lock. The lockup.
You'll be the first one to be in there, so be prepared. They all have stories on Sunday.
I know, thank God. That would be a dream.
Don't want to be locked up. Oh, we also have our rosé today.
We sure do. Yeah. We deserve it, though.
Can we do a little ASMR?
Sure.
Here. Cheers. We already did that in the beginning, but we had to.
But again, we deserve it.
We've been looking forward to this wine. Also, Bottle Shop is obviously a bottle shop. They have such good beer.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to that marshmallow beer
I
that
was just
Norman
gonna-
got last
yeah.
time. That's what I'm getting.
That's the move. That was good.
That was so good. I was so mad that I didn't get that. Then Norman was on like his third one. I'm like, how dare you not?
Why are you hiding?
He's gatekeeping the beer the whole
he needs to
time.
go into lockout.
He's like, okay. Okay, if this recording has some like funky edits on it,
Who cares?
make us sound crazy.
Yeah, whatever.
We would expect it, Norman.
Yeah.
But anyway, Bottle Shop Sunday. I hope you guys can make it if you're local. If not, it will be posted on our
If you're not
podcast.
local, why are you not flying out?
Why are you not moving to Arizona?
I don't understand it. What's stopping you?
Why would you not want to come here for a once a month event?
It seems
It's
like
weird
yeah.
that you don't want to.
And-
We're attacking the audience today.
We're in a mood.
Yeah.
Okay.
I said we came back refreshed, but actually we have
We
a
came back
little bit of,
angry.
I know, we got to get some stuff out, okay?
We don't mean to take it out on you guys, though.
But you're just there. I know, we even came for Norman. Sorry, Norman.
Norman, we love you.
Thanks for the beer recommendation. But, so have you been up to anything over the last couple weeks that I haven't seen you?
I'm really excited because I've been getting back into working out.
Nice.
Yeah.
She's pumping iron.
I am. I had to take a little bit of a break. I think like when I first started, I used to talk about like my boxing and like all of that stuff. And
Mhm.
then I had some health issues where I couldn't really do much. And
Mhm.
then now I've been working a ton, but I finally got back into going to the gym and I've been going the last 2 days and it's felt amazing. Like I feel like I don't know, I used to work out all the time.
Mhm.
So I don't want to toot my own horn, but I feel like I haven't like lost like for when I was sick, like yeah, I lost like the ability to do a lot of things, but
Mhm.
like now that I'm healthy, I can like lift and like do weights the way that I used to. I can do
Yeah.
burpees again, which is amazing.
Yeah.
So like
She's a burpee.
I love burpees. And then, so I rode my bike to the gym today. I did like a circuit by myself, just listened to podcasts.
I love that.
Yeah, it was amazing. It
You
felt
listen
really
to
good.
a podcast while you do a circuit?
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
yeah. Well, I mean, there's like other people in the gym, but like I just put the podcast in so that I have
Yeah.
something to listen to.
No, I feel like that's cool because I feel like anytime I do any kind of like workout that's like a high energy workout, like I need music. Otherwise I'm not motivated. I wish I could be a podcast person at the gym.
Well, I always used to listen, like when I would run all the time, I would, like, that's what I would listen to was podcasts.
Podcasts.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I like somebody talking to me. You know?
Yeah.
Feels like there's somebody there with me, supporting me.
Seb listens to podcasts too while he works
What
out.
does he listen to?
Like the Barstool guys.
Oh.
Yeah.
I see that.
Not us. He doesn't listen to ours.
That's so rude.
It's kind of rude. But it's kind of expected too.
Yeah.
He listens to us in person, so
That's fair. He is supportive with all of the stuff that he does.
Yeah.
Yeah. What have you been up to besides
Honestly-
just dressing?
Besides losing my mind, that was dramatic. I haven't been losing my mind, but
not
honestly,
dramatic.
just chilling,
Good.
not doing anything. So maybe I'll have a better update next time, but literally just relaxing every weekend.
Good.
Needed.
Yes.
So this has been like the first like kind of hangout that I've had. So I'm excited.
Well, I'm honored to be your first hangout.
Yay. And you're going first today?
I am.
So
Yes. I preface that I am doing this in 2 parts. And the reason I did is because, like I said, I thought I knew this story. I thought it was pretty like cut and dry. But then, like, once I started researching it, I went down such a rabbit hole. I was like, don't let me have 2 weeks again. Because I just kept finding more things about this.
it's like a 3-hour long.
I know. Okay, but that's why I had to cut myself back. But so, all right, Tayler, I've got something to tell you. And I've got one that is one of the most infamous true crime cases to come out of Chicago.
Ooh.
I know. So I'm going to ask you,
Mm-hmm.
have you heard of Leopold and Loeb?
No.
I didn't think so.
Oh, wait, can I tell you something really quick?
Yeah.
Because I don't remember where Tara heard it. I think it might have been on like a YouTube or something. but she started telling me about a story, and I had already heard it because it's one that you
Really?
told. It's the dating game one. I was like, yeah, I know that one.
Rodney Alcala?
Because she had, like, a question about it, and I was like, I know the answer.
Oh my god, I love that. That
know.
makes me so happy because Lauren is the one that I think I brought her up on the podcast before, but Lauren and I walk every day together, so I always like get really excited to tell her what I'm doing. And so I told her about this, and she was like, I was watching a show the other day, and she goes, they said something about, well, they weren't anything like Leopold and Loeb. And she goes, and I knew who they were because you told me about that.
I know, it's like exciting because it's like you learn something from it. And then you're like, oh, yeah, I know this story. I got something to say about it because I know it.
And I was going to say, I feel like that's also something like, okay, so we talk about love languages a lot. Like my love language is giving gifts. Like it makes me really excited to give somebody something. So I feel like that's kind of like, I hope that makes sense. Like,
no, it does. It does. I feel like it's nice to know that like someone's listening to something when you're telling them something. And they get excited about it. Because I mean, I did. Because I was like, I know the story.
I figured it out myself. It was all me. But okay, so I am going to tell you about Leopold and Loeb.
Okay.
And I picked this because one, it was Chicago. And I was like, Tayler will love this because Chicago. But two, as one of our favorite things to roast, men who think they are way smarter than they are.
It's an easy one.
Yes. So I'm going to be telling you about two very entitled, very rich, very big stupid idiots. These two men who literally thought they could pull off the perfect murder because they thought they were smarter than everybody else. Spoiler alert, they don't, and it's absolutely awful what they did.
Oh no.
We're going to talk about Nathan Freudenthal Leopold Jr.
What a name.
I know. And Richard Albert Loeb, or more famously, Leopold and Loeb. And I'm telling this case because it is historical, it's studied, it's kind of a true crime staple. If you know true crime, you know this story, but for Tayler, this is going to be her first time. And we're also going to be talking about the cultural impact of this case, but it is important to remember because, like, we're going to have fun with this. We're going to roast these guys. We're going to make fun of them. But I will say that, like, these guys suck. Let's put that very much at the forefront. That what they did was horrifying, and the privilege these guys thought they deserved is disgusting. So I just don't want to lose that in the joke. You know what I mean? We try and find humor in the darkness. I'm just putting it at the forefront. We're not losing the fact that these guys
suck.
Terrible.
Yeah.
And let's get into it. Our story takes place in 1920s Chicago. It's prohibition, it's mobsters, but more importantly for our story, it's money. And the wealthiest neighborhood in the city at the time was Kenwood in Chicago's South Side. This was old money Chicago, huge mansions, chauffeurs, private schools, country clubs, real rich people shit. And this is where both Leopold and Loeb grew up. And we're going to start with douche number one, Richard Loeb. Richard Loeb was born on June 11th, 1905, and he was born into an incredibly wealthy family. His father, Albert Loeb, was a successful lawyer and the former vice president of Sears, like the Sears.
Whoa.
Like, there's a Sears Tower in Chicago. Like, they had a ton of money.
Is Sears Tower the same as Sears
Sears,
store?
like, yeah.
Okay, I never knew that.
I think so. I mean, yeah. Sears and Roebuck was like the main, like primary, like owner, but Sears is the Sears that we know of. Like,
oh, okay.
You know? But Loeb was not just rich. Richard Loeb was also a certified genius. Throughout school, Loeb was skipping through grades left and right. He was excelling beyond belief. So much so that at just 14 years old, he graduated high school and was immediately accepted into the University of Michigan, which he breezed through and graduated in just 3 years. So he graduates at 17 years old, and to this day, he is still the youngest graduate in the history of the University of Michigan.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Now, Loeb also wasn't just smart. He's also considered really cool. People said he was extremely popular, charismatic, athletic, outgoing, handsome. I didn't say that. Yeah.
I don't see him. I already know he's not.
I have to show you. Hold on. We need to pause because I will show
Okay.
you a picture of them really quick.
Okay. I mean, if anything, the one on the right side's better looking. The other one is like some. It looks like a ghost that would be standing in the hallway.
I'm gonna get into this. Give me 1 second. So now Loeb. So he's considered super popular. Like he's the charismatic one, but like basically he had a charm about him.
The short one?
No, the tall one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And he also loved that about himself. He loved being popular. He lived for attention and he was always looking for more ways to get attention.
Mm-hmm.
And not always in the most ethically respected ways. He was a huge thrill seeker. And so he'd do these things like stealing a car, or he would do petty crimes like breaking into places or vandalism just to brag to his friends, because he decided like when he would do that stuff, he felt it resulted in more popularity.
Oh.
You know, so it was the thing that was getting him the most attention.
Mm-hmm.
But that also brings us to his next interest and obsession, which was crime. He loved crime. Love that.
Uh-oh.
I love crime. Big fan. Got a podcast about it.
Love doing crime?
He loved doing crime.
And doing time?
So he would so he was constantly reading detective novels, true crime stories, but the biggest thing is, like you said, he wanted to commit crimes. So while yes, he's doing these small crimes to get attention, he also loves it for himself, because like he was getting the attention, but he's also getting to commit these crimes that he really, really wants to do.
I just had a thought. It's like, you never think this way about like paranormal stuff. Like, I love paranormal. Like, who?
But you don't want to be haunted.
I might want to be a ghost.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Like maybe. I would want, yeah.
Just a thought.
I feel like you would make a great demon.
Thank you.
You would be so funny. Like,
I know. I feel like I would love to like jump through a mirror and be like,
yeah.
boo.
Yeah. But like, I feel like
you better hope I don't die before you, because
you would do that to me? That's so mean.
I mean, it might be it'll be more subtle. I wouldn't do that to you. I might do that to like, I couldn't do that to Tara either. She's afraid. Maybe Seb.
Yes, Seb would make a great one. But like, I get what you're saying is like, we're obsessed with these things. Do we really want to do them?
Yeah.
You know, like, so, but he wants to, like, he wants to be a criminal.
Mm-hmm.
That's the level
That's what he aspires to be.
And so he's constantly like ramping up the next thing that he's doing because he wants the popularity, and he's addicted to like committing these crimes. Mm-hmm. Which then brings us to our intro to Nathan Leopold. And I said, let's meet douche number 2. Also, I'm allowed Shorty. I'm allowed to call them that because they do something horrific. I'm not being a jerk. These guys just suck. Fair game on these two the entire time, okay? So Nathan Leopold was born November 19th, 1904. So he's a little older than Lip, just shorter. He's the U.
Okay. I saw the picture of the other guy, and you're not that tall.
I'm pretty tall.
You're like a centimeter taller, okay. Maybe.
Whatever. We've done this multiple times. I'm definitely taller. Okay.
You coming to the live show? You be the judge.
Do you want people to really judge our heights, Liv?
Mm-hmm.
You comfortable with that?
I am comfortable with that.
But so Nathan Leopold is...
Don't call me Leopold again. I'm just kidding.
No, you're definitely...
Got that Loeb. I was kidding. Wait, is Loeb the other one?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, sorry, I'll stop interrupting your story. I know it's long.
I was going to say, we're definitely not them, but height-wise, if that's the only comparison we have to them, I'm definitely Loeb and you're Leopold.
Leopold? Wait. What is it? Leopold?
Leopold.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why is that so hard to say?
I don't know.
It's a stupid name, that's why.
It's a stupid name.
It's a stupid name for him. Anyone else
We
It's a
respect
cool
it.
name.
Yeah, unless you murder somebody, then.
Unless you suck.
Yeah. All right, back to my story.
Okay.
So Leopold is a little older than Loeb, and he grew up in the same neighborhood, that same Kenwood neighborhood as Loeb. He's also extremely wealthy and super intelligent. Leopold was described as very serious and very intense when it came to school.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not just the guy who's smart. He wants everybody to know he's smart. And he was not shy about boasting about himself and being super narcissistic. So, which basically rubbed everyone the wrong way. So, unlike Loeb, Leopold's not popular.
So Leopold's like big ego.
Big ego.
Nobody
He's
likes him.
like they both are like super smart, super rich, super wealthy. But Leopold's somewhat likable. Or Loeb is super likable. Leopold is not likable. Like he's the type of guy to be like, what did you get on your like score? You know what I mean?
Hated those in school.
Yeah. Like, and he would be
Nobody
like,
needs to know.
you got an A plus. I got an A plus plus.
Mm-hmm.
Like nobody liked him. Literally what I was reading is just like everybody that met him was just like turn off immediately.
Yeah.
I also found this hilarious because when researching him, I showed you a picture of him.
Yeah.
Wikipedia itself even roasts this guy's looks.
What do they say?
This is a direct line from his Wikipedia page. They goes, by many accounts, Leopold, who had bulging eyes and a small stature, was sensitive about his appearance.
Wait, I have big eyes too.
No, you don't. Not like him.
No, I feel like Leopold.
No, you're never.
Okay, as long as
Leopold.
not everyone hates me though, then that's fine.
Oh my god, no. You're not.
I'm
Leopold.
also not.
You're the
like,
farthest thing from Leopold.
I'm also not an A++ person.
Yes, you are. You're an A++ person in every aspect of your personality.
Oh, well, thank you.
You're welcome.
I mean, I meant like in school, but
well, that doesn't.
I'll take that too.
Who's giving grades anymore? Like,
okay, I'm gonna stop comparing myself to these two men in your story.
We're nothing like these men, besides in stature. Taylor's
okay, not even stature.
Yeah, like, kind of though. Taylor's shorter than me. I just really want to get that across. Okay, but so I was like, they really did not have to add the bulging eyes and small stature description, and I love that they did. It made me die laughing.
Bulging.
Yes. I said, Leopold is giving lizard. Loeb looks like a thumb.
My God.
The other thing they did miss is that he has, I don't think you saw it because I'm shocked you didn't like say anything about it. He has a unibrow.
Does he?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think I saw it.
Okay, I
think I was too busy looking at the stare. His stare was really creepy.
His stare is really creepy. I'll show you another picture, but in some lighting, it does look like a shadow, but it's a full unibrow.
It's a full uni.
And I was like, we should after this go edit that Wikipedia page just to make sure that that's not missed again.
Let's do it.
Okay. But so, other thing about Leopold is he is an ornithologist, which if you remember from our Foxcatcher episode, is the study of birds.
Oh.
Remember?
I do remember that. I didn't remember.
I was like, what is with rich white men and birds? Like, stop.
They got too much time on their hands.
They really do.
Watching birds.
But so ornithologists study and watch birds. But just like his counterpart, Leopold took his interest to the extreme. He didn't just watch birds. He would shoot them and stuff them. There is a story where he was trying to and he was also very well respected, just like our Foxcatcher guy. He was super respected in like the ornithology world. Big win, I guess. But there was a story where he was trying to find this like super rare warbler. He spent months looking for it and he finally finds it. And there's video and it's like super sweet. He found this bird. He found the nest. He's been searching for it. He's like so excited. So it's like, yay. Then, oh no. Because the next day he goes back and kills that bird. He kills the entire nest and digs up the tree that it laid its nest in
Oh
because
my
he wanted to add
God.
it to his collection.
That is so
It's
creepy.
psychopathic.
Yeah. The nest, come on.
It's like, it's not. This guy is insane.
And actually, really quick, because I said if you have too much time on your hands, if you watch birds, didn't mean that to anybody else. I literally watched the hummingbirds in my backyard.
I was gonna say my husband loves taking pictures of birds.
I meant rich white people. Yeah, it's like
rich
they got
white
too much time on their
murderers.
hands. Yes.
Yeah, it's weird when you murder people and you are into birds. If you're just into birds for like the love of nature, go off, queen. Like,
yeah.
But so in his collection of birds, do you want to take just one little guess how many he had?
Is it like hundreds?
He had 3,000.
Oh my God.
Stuffed dead birds in his house.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I was like, I'm sorry. 3,000 dead birds that he killed and stuffed himself. Can we call the bird police? This man is a serial bird killer.
And I don't see this story getting better.
I was like, he's also probably a flight risk.
For all these birds out here.
And I was like, the only appropriate thing to lock him up in is probably a giant bird cage.
I'm sure the birds would appreciate that. Bird jail, bitch.
Bird jail, bitch. So there are red flags all over the place with these two guys. But to sum it up, Loeb is the insanely smart, crime-obsessed, popular one. Leopold is the super intelligent, intense, bird-murdering nerd.
Love that.
But they connect with each other. They lived in the same neighborhood, went to the same school, and people said that as they grew up together, they got intensely close. But what also stood out to people was that Leopold seemed sort of obsessed with Loeb.
I was gonna say how close we talking.
I will talk about that. Okay. So Loeb loved that Leopold was obsessed with him. He had a guy that he could drag on his little escapades, basically do whatever he told him, and talked him up about how great he was. And Leopold loved that he had someone, I was like, I don't know, talk to him. But that they were also both highly intellectual. And so they both really started to believe between the two of them that they were smarter than everybody else. I don't think growing up like white and privileged helped that ego. But that sense of superiority made their bond even stronger. They were so bonded together that when Loeb went to the University of Michigan, Leopold was studying at University of Chicago, and he actually transferred to Michigan. And after Loeb graduated and decided he was going to go back to Chicago, Leopold followed, and they both enrolled in the University of Chicago to get their post-grad degrees. And this is where you were kind of hinting at. Something to note, it was definitely believed that these guys were in a sexual relationship together. There were letters found during the investigation that certainly pointed to it. Some people talk about it in a way where like they make the whole story about like these guys' sexual relationship. I don't want to do that because I also think that these were absolutely terrible men who happened to be in a relationship, but the media, and this will be in part 2, these guys were not terrible because they were in a relationship. You know what I mean?
It's just like a random fact.
It was just something that happened to be in it. I want to focus on the crime and the like psychology of it. So yes, they probably were together. Not really important in my opinion. So we're noting it and moving it right on.
All right.
So they are at the University of Chicago together, and that's when they discover German philosopher Nietzsche. This is going to be what changes everything. Now, every man who thinks they are intelligent has had a Nietzsche phase. It's literally the most obnoxious thing of all time because Nietzsche, like, it's one of those things where people are like, Nietzsche is so complicated. You wouldn't get it. Like,
I hate that
it's
so much.
Very much a privileged white man's philosopher. I'm not shitting on Nietzsche. I don't know him, but I just have known so many guys that have like had this phase that
really?
Yes.
Like, I don't even know who that is.
He's a German philosopher. Okay.
But
But it's
guys
kind
like
of
to quote.
like, it's like the thing, it's whenever like you discover like the first philosopher you ever come across.
Mm-hmm.
And like that's Nietzsche for guys in college,
Oh, okay.
you know? And then they're just like, we're enlightened.
You wouldn't get it.
Okay, so they become obsessed with Nietzsche, and Leopold in particular becomes obsessed with one specific concept of Nietzsche's. And that belief is the Übermensch, or that is what is roughly translated to the Superman, Beyond Man, or Overman. Do you understand why men love Nietzsche now? It's the
No.
Superman, Overman, Beyond Man.
I don't know what the over and beyond man is.
Over and beyond means like, I'll explain it. And now I feel like I'm that guy.
You are that guy.
I know. But
such a Nietzsche guy.
So Nietzsche.
Just kidding.
Okay, so Nietzsche wrote a book in 1883, and I'm going to explain it super Cliff's Notes. It's essentially supposed to say that the Übermensch is someone who rises above society's standards instead of blindly following rules because that's just how things have been done.
Mm-hmm.
An Übermensch would create their own values and live according to those. So they're basically not accepting the standards. That is how I took it. I don't know Nietzsche. Not going to claim to. That is just how I took it.
Okay.
When Leopold gets his hands on this belief, he takes it as an Übermensch is literally better than a normal man. And he already sees himself and Loeb as intellectually superior and better than others. So he goes like, we are Übermensch. We are supermen. We are above men. We are better men, beyond man.
Mm-hmm.
So we shouldn't have to live by society's rules just because that's how things have always been done. So now we have two guys, one of which, who remember, always wanted to commit a crime, and another who already mass murders birds and blindly does whatever the other wants to do, both with privilege, who think they are untouchable, and now they think they are above society standards.
Yikes.
It's bad.
That's a bad recipe.
Yes. This is when it gets dark. Because by this point, Leopold and Loeb had already been committing those petty crimes together for a while through Loeb's direction. But after a while, it really wasn't enough anymore. They weren't getting attention or validation because they would do these crimes and then they would wait and see if it made headlines the next day so they could be like bragging about it, and nothing was coming out. Nobody was noticing. Nobody was talking about them. And it wasn't even that they wanted their names in the papers. They just wanted the crime in the paper to be like, we did that, and nobody knows we did that.
Mm-hmm.
So in 1924, they get this idea that they are going to pull off the perfect murder. They're going to prove to themselves that they are able to get away with a crime so beyond humanly possible that it is going to be Übermensch. And the world will know what they did, but they won't know who did it. They plan for months, devising out exactly what they are going to do. And when they decide the plan is perfect, on May 21st, 1924, Leopold and Loeb decide to carry out their plan. So first thing they do is they rent a car under the alias Morton D. Ballard. But they rent like a bright red sports car with gold plates. It's like, my guys. It's gonna just be like one of those.
Leave the ego out.
Like, what are we doing? I'm gonna tell you, like, you're gonna like throughout me telling what happens this day, you're just gonna be like, these fucking idiots.
It's only the beginning, and it's already
It's
like
only the beginning. You rent a bright red sports car
with gold plates.
Yes. So they rent the car, and then that morning they start driving around their own rich neighborhood, Kenwood, looking for a victim. The thing is they don't care who they find. They just want somebody from Kenwood, because someone from Kenwood means they are rich, and a rich person missing or murdered is way more likely to get attention.
That is true.
Yes. But they're driving around their own neighborhood in a really bright sports car, a neighborhood that they grew up in that people would
They're like,
definitely
oh, I know of somebody.
like.
My neighbor.
It's ridiculous. So they end up driving around for hours.
I thought they were smart.
They're so stupid. Like they're so just ask one woman to help and maybe they would have gotten away with this. Like
Yeah.
so they end up driving around for hours, almost to the point where they want to give up. That is when they see 14-year-old Bobby Banks. 14 years old. Bobby was walking home from school and he stayed late that day because he was playing baseball with his friends.
Mm-hmm.
So he was walking home later than he would normally do.
I do love his Bobby Banks.
So cute. And Leopold and Loeb pull over and ask Bobby if he wants a ride home. Bobby initially said no, because he's like, I'm only a few houses away from my house.
Yeah.
So he's like, no, I'm good. Like I can make a few extra steps, get my steps in for the day.
Yeah.
What's even darker about this is that Bobby and Loeb were second cousins. So even though Bobby says no at first, Loeb ends up talking him into getting into the car because he's a second cousin. And he's like, well, okay, I trust you. Like, I'll take the ride with you guys.
Ooh.
Now, from what prosecutors and the accounts of Leopold and Loeb say happened next was Bobby is picked up, Loeb is driving, and Leopold is in the back seat. So Bobby gets into the front passenger seat. When they drive past Bobby's house, Bobby realizes they aren't driving him home and something is very off. He began asking where they were going. They said that they told him they were actually going to look at tennis rackets because Bobby would go over to Loeb's house regularly and play tennis there. And he had noticed that Bobby had gotten a new tennis racket. And he was like, we're actually going to go look at tennis rackets because I saw you got this cool new one. And I want you to come with us to show me like which one I should get.
Mm-hmm.
But as they drove from the back seat, Leopold pulled out a chisel and began hitting Bobby in the back of the head. This is horrific because according to both Leopold and Loeb, they were actually shocked that Bobby wasn't dying and that he was actually fighting back. So they pulled Bobby into the back seat, forced a rag into his mouth, shoved it as far as they could get it to go in, and continued the attack until he finally stopped fighting. He was 14 years old. After, they left Bobby's body on the floor in the back seat and began to drive out to the Indiana state line to a remote area with a drainage pipe that ran underneath the Pennsylvania Railroad track. They had picked this location out ahead of time because they thought nobody would ever find a body there. But before they get to that drainage pipe on the Pennsylvania Railroad track, they make a stop for hot dogs. They eat in the car with a 14-year-old dead body sitting in the back seat.
That's crazy.
After that, then they make the final drive to dump Bobby's body. They strip him because they thought clothing would make it easier to identify him. They had also bought hydrochloric acid, which they poured over Bobby's face and private area because apparently Leopold had read somewhere genitals make it easier to identify a body. So they were trying to destroy anything that could identify him. They stuffed his body into the drainage pipe and left him there and head back to Chicago to complete their plan. All while this is happening, Bobby's family is frantically searching for him.
Mm-hmm.
They had expected him home around 4 p.m. And so when he didn't come home, they had Bobby's friends, school, the neighborhood, all searching for him. So at 10:30 p.m., when the phone rings at Bobby Frank's house, his mother, Flora Franks, answers with absolute hope it's news that someone found her son. On the other line, though, she gets this message. It says, Mrs. Franks, your son has been kidnapped. The caller tells her Bobby is alive and safe for now. But if she ever wants to see him again, the family is going to have to pay $10,000, which today is about $180,000. And when they tell her, and then they tell her more instructions are coming in the mail in the morning before hanging up. Bobby's dad, Jacob Franks, watched this whole thing happen. He said the second Flora hung up the phone, she collapsed on the floor. Despite everything, there was still hope because as far as Bobby's parents knew, he was alive. They immediately started getting the money together. They contacted the police, but they also made it very clear that they are willing to pay whatever it took to get Bobby back. And also, Leopold and Loeb didn't care about the money. They obviously knew Bobby was dead. They just wanted as much attention as possible. So making it a kidnapping story, they wanted to elongate the coverage. And they also thought nobody will find the body. They thought they had hid it in this perfect location.
It's like a game for them.
Exactly. So they were planning to keep this going for a while. They were going to torture this family just to keep the headlines going. They're trying to keep the coverage because the more they see it in the news, the more they could be like, we are so smart. Like, they're basically just trying to get as much
out of it as they could.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But around 8 a.m. on May 22nd, the day after the murder, just 10 hours after the ransom call, a man is walking near the Pennsylvania Railroad tracks just across the Indiana state line, and he sees what looks like a pair of legs sticking out from the pipe. At first, he thought it was some sort of mannequin or maybe even an animal. He walks a little closer. It's Bobby Franks. He calls the police, and police immediately rush to the scene. They are able to identify the body as Bobby Franks. And by the time the papers went into circulation that day, before Leopold and Loeb were even awake, it was already a headline that Bobby Franks was killed. So they know Bobby Franks is missing. They put it all together pretty quickly. It gets right into the Chicago newspapers that this kid is killed. Headlines read, "Boy slain, Frank's youth murdered." Some newspapers went even further, claiming Bobby had been raped and murdered because of the acid Leopold and Loeb poured on his body had caused damage to the genital area, and newspapers immediately jumped to the most sensational conclusion they could. So this becomes the biggest story in Chicago, which is exactly what Leopold and Loeb wanted, but the problem was they didn't want it to be the murder just yet. They wanted the kidnapping to last a few days, get a full week news cycle at the least. If it's murder, then there's a body, then there's an investigation. They thought the acid would get rid of the body. They thought the body wouldn't even be found, and that it wouldn't, if it had been found, it wouldn't even be identified.
Yeah.
Because of the acid. But it was, which meant that's big whoops number one. Whoops number two quickly follows, because as the police investigate the scene, they find a pair of very expensive, very unique glasses on the ground just a few feet away from the body. And this is going to get pretty sick and sad when you realize it, but they actually think those glasses belong to Bobby, so they put the glasses on Bobby, but his parents still have to do the final identification. So Bobby's parents go to confirm the body, and when they get there, he has glasses on, and they're like, Bobby doesn't wear glasses. So now the police are like, well, who do these glasses belong to? And they start investigating those. And while that's going on, whoops number 3 happens. Because remember, Leopold and Loeb thought they had time. They had already put the ransom note in the mail that was going to be delivered the next day, that they made that call. They told them they're going to get a note in the mail. So
I love how they think that this is so easy. Yeah, we're going to send a letter, then we're going to check in, and then they're not going to know he's killed yet. It's moron.
Idiots. God. So a beautifully typed ransom note is sent to the Franks at home, At this point, the body was identified as Bobby, and the Franks had already stopped any attempt to put money together. So it was weird when a ransom note showed up in their mailbox that reads, and I'm not going to read the whole thing, but it says, "Dear Sir, as you no doubt know by this time your son has been kidnapped. Allow us to assure you that he is at present well and safe. You need fear no physical harm for him provided you live up carefully to the following instructions." And this note will become extremely important to the case because it's very well written, like almost too well written. It's also typed out. It's organized. It has bullet points. And like it gives very like detailed instructions on how they're going to deliver the ransom money, almost to the point where it's just like, why did you overthink this? You know what I mean?
Get to the point.
Exactly. But the thing was, Leopold and Loeb had planned for that letter to arrive that morning. They had put it in the mail after murdering Bobby, so there was no unsend when the body was discovered, and the letter clearly states that Bobby was safe. So now the cops have two pieces of evidence, the glasses and the letter. They end up going to get the glasses looked at by opticians in the area, glasses doctors.
Oh.
Yeah. Eye doctors, people that sell glasses. And these were super popular frames at the time, but ends up someone recognizes they had a super unique spring hinge that was very hard to come by. So while they were popular frames, they couldn't like, the prescription wasn't super recognizable. They had like a spring hinge that was very rare. And only a handful of people had bought these spring hinge frames. One of those purchasers was Nathan Leopold, a guy that just so happens to live in Bobby's neighborhood. So they go to question Nathan. And they're not really even thinking he's involved. They are just like, we got a guy who was in the area, lives by Bobby, even though he must have seen something. But Leopold they get there, Leopold immediately denies that those glasses are his or that he even wears glasses at all.
Like, sir, we have records.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
why do
like,
you think they're
bro.
there? Like,
and so they start getting suspicious.
He's like, it's off script. I don't know what to do.
And it's going to get even dumber than that. So they start getting suspicious and want to bring him in for questioning because they know for a fact that these are his glasses. So why is he lying? Now, the Leopold family is one of the richest families in Chicago. They do not want their son going into the police station for questioning, so they set him up in a hotel.
Wow.
Yeah. Because when you're getting questioned about murdering a 14-year-old boy, why not be comfy?
Yeah. Privilege at its finest.
At the hotel, they ask him what he was doing the night of Bobby's murder, and he says he was driving around in his car with Loeb all night looking for girls, and they actually picked up 2 girls. They're like, great. What were the girls' names? You can't name them.
Oh no, I didn't think about it that far.
I would. So they're like, okay, well, let's bring in Loeb to figure this out. So police go pick up Loeb, and he gets the hotel treatment as well. And they're questioning them separately. So the police start questioning them both, and Loeb also cannot name the girls. Let's also remind you, they had months of planning, and they are so freaking full of themselves, they didn't even consider these alibi women deserved identities. Like,
stupid.
They're so stupid. So this is when it all starts falling apart. At this point, detectives know they're lying. They don't necessarily know what they're lying about yet, but they know the alibi isn't real. So now they start verifying the rest of the story. Leopold had told them they spent the evening driving around in his own car. So detectives tracked down the one person who would know whether or not that's true, Leopold's chauffeur, because he would be keeping track of the cars. The chauffeur tells detectives Leopold's car never left the garage that night because he was working on it. It had mechanical problems, and he had it the entire evening. Then he casually mentioned something else. He says he did see Leopold and Loeb come home that night, just not in Leopold's car. They come home in a bright red rental sports car.
Shout out.
And he remembered them spending a long time cleaning it, even noticing a large red stain that he asked the boys about, and they claimed it was wine in the back seat, which I was like, also problematic. Let's not drink wine and drive.
Yeah.
So this is when the police start pressing. The detectives tell Leopold they know the glasses are his. They know everything the two guys have been telling them about driving Leopold's car and looking for girls was bullshit. So they tell the guys, tell us what happened because we know you did it. Leopold folds immediately and he says Loeb did it, claiming the only reason his glasses were at the crime scene were because he was bird watching in the area and he must have fallen and the glasses came out of his pocket. They actually had him at the hotel room, they bring his glasses in and have them put it in his pocket and actually recreate falling multiple times. And I was like, okay, this is kind of dark though, because they put the actual glasses that, remember, they put on the boy that he murdered. They give them back to him and have him like stumble over multiple times. Not once did the glasses fall out of his pocket.
He's like,
dang it.
Didn't see
You
this
got
one
me
coming.
again. So while he's tripping, stumbling, detectives were building their case against both boys. I'm going to go quickly through the evidence. We've got the glasses, done, connected to Leopold, the rental car, that bright red rental car. The officers go to the rental car place, and the guy behind the counter immediately identifies Leopold and Loeb, saying they rented the car under a different name. They're like, yeah, we know these guys, but that's not the name that they gave us. The chisel that was used to kill Bobby Franks, it was purchased from a local hardware store in the same neighborhood as a drugstore, in which the acid used to burn Bobby's face and privates were bought. Guess what? They go to those stores. Employees of both places immediately identified Leopold and Loeb as the purchasers of each product.
The police are like, this is the easiest investigation
I've easy day for us. The drugstore employee who sold the acid was like, yeah, I sold it to these guys, and I actually remember it very vividly because this is the most amount of acid that I've ever sold to anybody.
That is crazy.
Also, these dummies drove around in a bright-ass red car in their own neighborhood where everyone knows them for hours. So there were several witnesses who identified them. At this point, the police have everything they need. They have the glasses, they have the rental car, they have the murder weapon, they have the acid. They also have a typewriter. So the letter that was written to the family was written in a very, very distinct lettering. Ends up, when they are searching the house, they find this typewriter that matches that very, very distinct lettering. So they didn't even like try
think about that. Yeah.
So detectives keep pressing these guys. Eventually, both Leopold and Loeb confess. They admit they'd been planning the murder for months. They start blaming each other behind who was the mastermind, who actually made the final blow. But they both admit to the kidnapping, the murder, dumping Bobby's body, making the ransom call, mailing the ransom letter, the whole thing. So their perfect murder lasted less than 2 weeks. And Chicago absolutely exploded at this news. People could not wrap their heads around it. This was 3 huge families in Chicago: Leopold and Loeb and the Franks, all wealthy, all respected. and then it's the murder of a young boy. The city started demanding blood. They wanted the death sentence. And honestly, it looked like they were both going to get it. But that's where we're going to pick up in part 2, because the trial of Leopold and Loeb involves arguably one of America's most famous defense attorneys, Clarence Darrow. And this trial is just too interesting to rush through it.
Yeah.
I have to give you some background on Clarence Darrow. I have to go through some of the quotes of Leopold and Loeb as they try and defend each other. Like, the media just goes insane that I want to make sure that you get the full story.
Well, I'm excited.
So that is where we're going to pick up again. Not next week, the week after, with the trial and sentencing of Leopold and Loeb.
Ooh. I mean, that's so hard to stop there.
I know, I'm
It's
sorry.
okay. Oh, I was hooked, though.
Do you love it?
I do. It's just crazy to think, like, wait, because they were in college? How old were they?
They were 18 and 19.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's crazy to think, like, back then, because obviously it's like they're younger and they're obviously going to become killers, but it's just like people are walking around like that. And I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just, it blows my mind to think like those people, I mean, hopefully they're not everywhere, but like, you know what I mean?
I saw a meme the other day and it was like, you know, how many houses have I driven past where like a girl is tied up in the basement?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And well, I mean, like, these guys were so freaking narcissistic. And like, I feel like, again, they thought they were so above everybody else. And that's what we're going to get into in some of their, like, the way that they speak about it is they have zero remorse. They are scumbags.
Yeah.
And then I'm not going to give anything away, but
Don't you ever like think back though on like school, like whether it's high school or middle school, and some of the personalities back then, you're like, serial killer for sure.
Honestly one of my favorite things to do. And I will say that I bring that up. I've already started writing my story for the live show. And one of my favorite things to do is look at where these people went to high school, just to see like who the other like notable alumni are. Because remember,
there's one from Corona, the baseline killer, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's the high school I went to.
Yeah.
But I can't think. I feel like I can't think of. If I think hard enough, I could probably think of some in high school. But there's one in middle school. I won't say what he did, but he for sure. Like, I want to look up and be like, where are you now? Because you're for sure a serial killer.
Yeah. Well, and like there are times where it's like, oh, they went to school with like all of these like big athletes, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, and then BTK went there too. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Wasn't so on the high school website, I think it was, they have like a part of the website, like notable people. I think that's what you're talking about, right? Where it says like athletes. Because that's where I saw it. It was like athletes, then it was like musicians, then it was like the baseline killer. I was like, let's not shout that out. Yeah. Like, he doesn't really need a spot on there. No. But anyway, okay, we'll take a quick break and then we'll get into my story.
Yes.
Alrighty, and we're back.
We're back.
And Colleen, I've got something to tell you.
Cool.
So, Sub's always telling me to cover something in the Philippines, which I already did. The possession of, what was her name again? Was it Carla?
Cut that out.
I mean, whatever. I can't remember every story I've done. I know it was something Villanova or Villanueva. That's what it was.
Yes, okay, I do remember.
Something Villanueva.
Yeah. Because remember, you warned me about it so that I could, yeah. And then I was like, well.
I said Carla, but that's not landing right now. It's not Carla. Should I look it up really quick?
Yeah. I'll also say that I've been re-listening to some of like our old episodes. I forget. The sausage factory one makes me laugh so hard.
Okay, Clarita.
Yeah.
Carla. Very close.
Yeah.
The Sausage Factory? Is that the one where I covered the elevator game and you covered the meat? Where they think the smell's coming from the...
Did you know you did? I think you did the Chocolate Factory. Freddy?
Oh, it's because the name is Freddy in the Tickle Factory, right?
I think so. No, okay, no, you're right. You did do the I was getting too many factories confused. You did
too many factories.
Why are so many factories involved? Stop making factories. They seem problematic. You did do the elevator game, and then I did the Cleveland Strangler.
Yeah.
And then the elevator one that you did, I did the competitive world of tickling.
Mm-hmm. So did you listen to both?
Yeah.
I've been going back and listening to our old ones too. And I have to say, if you're listening right now and you haven't listened to them, listen to them. They're so good.
They're so funny.
They're so funny.
Like, I'm shocked that it's us. Like, how did we get that funny?
It had been, I mean, because we started recording over a year ago. So, like, I feel like when we first started recording, I would listen to them kind of a lot. And then I kind of stopped after a while because we record more newer episodes.
Yeah.
And so when I went back, I was just like, it's like listening to something for the first time. Like, I can't even remember, like, some of the stuff we say. And I'll be, like, LOLing.
But there's time. It always makes me laugh because there's so many times where, like, we're saying something and then we say it together.
I know. Those ones, I know. Those kill me.
And then I was going to say there was something else that...
There's one part where we're both like, come on.
Come on.
Just like, I love it.
What was the one? I like the one where we were just like, you said Appalachians or I said Appalachians, and then we just...
I like always second guess myself, and then you second guessed yourself. You know how to say it. But we go back and forth about it so much. I mean, now I feel like I'm a pro. It's Appalachians.
Mm-hmm. The finger snap.
Yeah. Anyway, so...
You have something to tell me.
I do. So, like I said, the Philippines, I've covered one of them. But here's another one for you. And Seb said he'd never heard of it. He's like, I'd never heard of that. When did that happen? It happened in the 1950s. He was not alive at that time.
Yeah.
Even if it happened when he was alive, I'm sure he'd never heard of it.
Yeah. Why is he acting like he's all of a sudden an expert?
Like an expert on the paranormal.
Been to like 3 lit shows.
Exactly. And he's usually late.
Yeah. We love you, Seb, though.
Sorry,
just
Seb.
kidding.
So, okay. Imagine you're a parent in Manila in the early 1950s. Your 13-year-old son leaves for school like any other day. But when he comes home, something about him seems different. At first, it's subtle. He's quieter than usual, distracted and distant. I mean, kind of like a normal teenager. But then he just starts straight up vanishing into midair.
Oh, okay.
Took a turn. So this is the beginning of the weird-ass case of Cornelio Closa, also known as the Invisible Boy. So I'm going to start with a quote from the book Alien Entities, written about this story. And just to put this out there, alien entities, because at first I was like, aliens.
Right.
It's not. They mean alien like something like foreign or not.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I was thrown off by it because I was like, what?
Misleading.
I know, it's very misleading. So here's a quote from this story. The story of the Invisible Boy is true. It's a story to which I was intimately related. It's about a young Filipino boy who is tormented by an alien entity for more than a year. I hired people to check out the validity of the story, including policemen who took signed affidavits about it. We investigated the whole matter very carefully. We didn't want the slightest possibility of falsehood or misrepresentation in it because we made a film of it. It is surely one of the most well-documented cases in our files. So, it began one afternoon as Cornelio and his friend Rodolfo were walking home from school across an open field, when Cornelio just stopped dead in his tracks, like somebody called his name. Except his face was pale and his eyes were basically, which I love that we have this thing with our stories, his eyes were bulging.
I love that.
Speaking of bulging eyes, and there's like one other thing in here that I was like, okay, I see a correlation. So anyway, he was dead in his tracks and he was like, what is that? His friend followed his eyes, but he saw nothing. Cornelio insisted a young woman dressed in white with blonde hair was standing in the field. He described her as beautiful with a smile that seemed to draw him in, except she wasn't actually standing, she was floating.
Beautiful. I love that for her.
As he pointed ahead, he said, "See the girl in a long white dress? She's beautiful and she's calling me." Rodolfo saw nothing, and Cornelio left his friend and walked forward.
Okay, I have to address it because
Mhm.
the only thing I keep thinking is Cornelio.
Uh-huh.
Cornholio.
Wait, what is that from
I
again?
think it's like Beavis and Butthead or something stupid like that.
I know, I heard that before. I don't know what it's from.
But I was like, I can't like imagine if that's what she's
So
called.
this is the origin story of Beavis and Butthead, basically.
Oh, cool.
This is where it all began.
Title of the episode. So stupid. I'm sorry, but I was like, it's in my head. I cannot not say it.
You gotta say it. So Cornelio was like, goodbye. Like, this beautiful woman's calling me. And he left. Suddenly, Rodolfo saw Cornelio. Whoa. That just like all became.
You possessed?
I feel like it'd be easier to call him Cornholio.
Is that disrespectful? Is he like a victim in this?
He's fine.
Okay.
He lived a good life.
Oh no.
Is he alive now? Yeah, he was a kid in the 1950s. He's fine. He's fine.
We're just bullying the victim.
Cornelio. It is actually kind of a cool name.
It is a very cool name.
Mm-hmm. So he disappeared from sight. And Rodolfo's like, he ran away. He ran home. Which, I would too.
Yeah.
So hours later, Cornelio returned home as if nothing happened. When his parents questioned him, his answers were kind of vague. But he spoke about the girl as though she were completely real. He said she floated over to him and spoke to him without moving her mouth. So, telepathically, I guess. And when she touched his hand, he said everything started fading away around him. And then he just woke up at his house. But it had been like hours since that had happened. His family hoped it had been nothing more than a wild imagination. But unfortunately, that was only the beginning. Cornelio, in a later interview, said, "Sleep for me was almost impossible. I was never left to myself. I would sweat profusely. It seemed as if my clothes were burning. Then if I would open my eyes, there would be the face of my friend looking at me, beckoning me to follow her. Every time her hands touched me, I would feel as if I were floating on air. Then I would be gone from my home for days. I couldn't explain to my family what was wrong. The girl made me promise I would not tell." And we'll get into it, but I feel like there's so many so she would touch him and then he would lose time and go somewhere. So it's almost like, is he teleporting? Astral projecting?
Oh.
There's so many different things, but yeah. So over the coming weeks, Cornelio's behavior changed dramatically. He became withdrawn and unpredictable. Sometimes he would refuse to eat, and other times he would become angry without warning, and he'd attack his dad. Full out, fists.
How old is he?
13. That's what, yeah. The beginning, I was like, sounds like a normal kid in, middle school.
Yeah.
Moody. Except for the vanishing.
Yeah. That's not normal.
Not very normal. Family members said he would stare into space for long periods of time, almost as if he were listening to someone they couldn't hear. They would literally catch him staring at a wall, for hours.
Hours?
Mm-hmm.
That's creepy.
Very creepy. It'd be like, hello. Speaking of staring, upper. So his teacher said, and this is a quote, Cornelio began to cause disturbances in school. The strange thing about these fights was that Cornelio, as small as he was, would take on 3 or 4 boys larger than himself, and together the larger boys could not hold him down.
Well, then you just have a fighter on your hands.
I know.
Get him into boxing. Get him into wrestling. What are we doing?
They said he would become like animalistic.
I love that.
And it probably honestly freaked them out. And they'd be like, you know what? Okay. I'm not going to bully you. So the girl continued appearing to him. Cornelio said she visited him regularly and encouraged him to come with her, and no one else ever claimed to see her. So then came more disappearances. He said, whenever anyone, and that included my parents, spoke to me, I would answer rudely or shout. I didn't want to snarl, but I could not help myself. If my father, if my father punished me, I would fight back. As we said earlier, I feel like his dad was like kind of a target.
Yeah. It seems like he listens to women, which I respect.
That is so true. Because the mom, he leaves alone.
She was fine. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she was the ghost lady.
She could have been. When no one bothered with me in the house, I would just sit and wait. I didn't know why, but I was just waiting for the girl. Many times we would go to the movies, and I knew no one could see us. Some other times we would eat at restaurants, and when the time came to have to pay, we would disappear. How convenient.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
Dine and ditch.
I know, to another level. Like,
Yeah.
kind of rude. That's why I was like, are they like teleporting? Like, what? How is this happening?
I feel like they're like, no, we definitely wanted to pay, but it was out of our control.
They're like, we disappeared. They're like under the table.
Yeah.
He also said that he couldn't disappear on his own. It only was when the girl would come. He also said when he would disappear with her, he described it as feeling like he felt like he wasn't like real, like in like his physical body,
Mm-hmm.
which I feel like that kind of makes sense to me.
So this might be a dumb question because you said he disappeared at the beginning, right? When he was with his friend.
Yeah, the very first time.
Like he's physically disappearing.
Yeah.
Oh.
And we get more into that too.
Okay.
Actually, right now. So while standing in front of his classroom during a lesson, Cornelio suddenly vanished in full view of his classmates and teacher. The room erupted in chaos. Students screamed and rushed from their desks while the teacher searched the classroom. She said she remembered the chain of events made Cornelio laugh and laugh, and she said it was a hideous laugh. It did not belong to a boy. In fact, it didn't belong to a human being at all.
Oh,
Which that is so creepy. That's why I'm like, I feel like there's so many like weird things about this story because it's like, is he like possessed? Is he literally, but then like explain like the weird astral projecting thing? Like,
well, isn't that like, and I remember you talking about like astral projection, like, so I forget the movie. There's like a whole movie series about astral projection where like it's kind of like possession or whatever, like, but I wonder if because he's disappearing and projecting into something else, if something else can take over his body while he's not in his body. So maybe it's like both.
oh, like maybe like
he's possessed when
like his soul's like kind of like walking around somewhere, but his
Right.
body might be like
something else is
switching into something else.
Mhm.
So where it like doesn't look like him.
Right. Like,
Or is that not what you're saying?
no, not even that it like doesn't look like him, but like she was saying, like the laughing and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's more of like something else is in him because
Yeah.
isn't that what like astral projection is like you're in other dimensions. So your body's physically there, but
your
something
soul's out of there.
Exactly.
It's something took over while he's
Yeah.
gone. That could be. The only thing I wasn't sure, because this was a quote and that's like kind of all there is. I was like, did she hear his laughing and he wasn't there? Or did he appear and then he was
Oh.
laughing at them?
That's what I thought you were saying is that he was there and they were laughing and that
It could be either one because it
Mhm.
doesn't clarify.
Mhm.
But what you're saying, I feel like would make sense. I don't know.
Either way, not great.
Either way, very creepy.
Yeah.
And the Philippines, kind of known for the possessions, so I'm not surprised. So the experience left such an impact on the teacher that she later resigned and had a nervous breakdown.
Oh no.
I know. Sad. I mean, it's sad.
But
What?
no, I mean, good. Please don't.
So as the episodes continued, Cornelio's parents searched for answers. They consulted doctors, hoping there would be a medical explanation. They sought psychiatric help, wondering if he was suffering from serious mental illness. Nothing seemed to change his condition. So he went, I left a lot out about this, but like he went through different like psychiatric places and got like tested and stuff, and they were like, nothing's wrong with him. And also, like, he could literally vanish. Like, they couldn't keep him there anyway. So the family believed Cornelio might disappear again, so they tried keeping him inside the house. Doors were locked, windows were secured. Relatives stayed nearby to watch him. But it didn't matter. He kept disappearing. The atmosphere of the house changed too. Objects started missing without explanation. Food disappeared overnight, like, gone. Their fridge stocked was just empty.
Crazy.
Which in a later interview, he claims that he would get insanely hungry when he would come back from whatever we want to call it, the disappearing and stuff, when they're out adventuring and everything. Like, he'd come back really hungry. And then he started also getting like really sick and depleted when he would come back. So that was what would make him eat. And then he said when he would go into that like other state, he wouldn't feel sick anymore. He'd like feel really energized and good. So weird.
That's so it reminds me of like Jennifer's Body. Like, remember?
I've never seen that.
Really? Because like when she gets like possessed by a demon, and like the first thing she does is like start eating. But, like really like raw meat and like meat and all this stuff. And then she like comes back and she's like, I mean, it's Megan Fox, so she's always stunning.
Yeah.
But like when she first comes back after being possessed, like she looks like extra stunning. And then like slowly she starts like not looking.
Oh.
You know? So I wonder.
I didn't know that. So maybe that's like, because there's like another thing in this I'll get into too.
Like you have to feed the thing that's inside you.
Yeah. Like it's like taking your energy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's why it's like, is it a possession? I mean, probably. But. So he also mentioned he ate all the food to spite his family too. So like he's kind of a dick also on top of like being possessed.
Yeah.
Or I don't know if the possession's kind of making him like that. Or if, like we said, he's like also 13 years old and kind of an asshole.
Yeah.
He would steal money from the neighbors. He would hide his dad's glasses. He was basically just acting like a menace to society. Like, he's like, I can disappear. Okay, let me just do everything.
I love that we're adding, he was hiding. Out of everything, he'd also just hide his dad's glasses.
He was so mean to his dad. Like,
so funny.
I think there was
He's like,
more.
I'm not disappearing. You just can't see me, bitch.
He's like, fuck you specifically. So family members claimed strange odors sometimes lingered after Cornelio vanished.
Ew.
So it's like he ate everything, then he'd crop dust them as he vanished. Like, so he really just turns
Silent
into a turd. I know. Maybe that's where that saying came from. Sorry, Petey was like acting sus over there. The parents said that the whole family would be in the front room of their home, and their kids would be down on the floor playing. Suddenly, with everybody looking, Cornelio would just disappear. The other kids would start coughing and vomiting because of the stench that he would leave behind. And so, we're not talking about the average fart, okay? Like, that's where I was getting at when you were saying the thing about the eating. Also, like the possessions, they say you smell a rotten smell, which I know we've talked about before on this. So I was like, okay, there's some like possession things coming through.
Some hygiene probably issues. They're also 13.
It could also be that.
Yeah.
So when he disappeared, he might be gone for like 2 days or more. Then he would just appear again in bed asleep, like, I'm just back to sleep. He would come home in the house without using windows or doors. He would just suddenly be there. So Cornelio is out of control. He's growling at people. He's fighting his dad. He's breaking dishes and furniture, stealing stuff like I mentioned. He's just causing havoc. And it's not just his family. Like I said, it's like the neighbors too.
Mhm.
He's like, what else can I do?
Mhm.
As concern grew, Cornelio's father sought help from a local minister. Eventually, he was referred to American evangelist, hopefully I said that right, Lester Sumrall, who was living in the Philippines during that period, which he is actually the one that wrote the book Alien Entities. And that's where Cornelio's story is. So, when Sumrall first met Cornelio, he believed his experiences were not simply psychological. He concluded that Cornelio was under the influence of an evil spiritual presence. And another quote from Cornelio: the pastor took a long look at me and I scowled at him. I was sure my father was very displeased at the way I was behaving in front of his friend. By the way, I don't know if this is translated to English, so if it, because when I was reading it, I was like, this is a really weird way of saying it, but it was the Philippines, so it could have been translated.
Yeah.
So just putting that out there, because I was like, who talks like this? I mean, also, what 13-year-old is speaking very well.
Yeah, it's probably like direct to English, so like,
Mhm.
you know.
So
but-
his father was probably very displeased with him. I could hear evil laughter outside the house. It was the alien entity. It was the voice of the girl saying I should run away. The pastor told my father he knew someone who would help me, someone who had helped others. He said I needed help badly and that I had to be prayed for immediately. He told me the devil himself was in my body. My parents brought me to church to see Lester Sumrall. The pastor met us there. I was very uncomfortable and wanted to run away. The girl made her appearance just outside the church door, which is so creepy that she's not coming in. She's
That's
just like
what
standing at the door.
Mhm. She probably can't.
I know. She got to be invited in, maybe like a vampire.
I also like the devil inside him because it always reminds me of the Stassi quote, like, I am the devil, and don't you forget it.
And don't you forget it. The dad's probably like, please get rid of this thing.
Yeah.
Because it hates me specifically.
13-year-olds already suck. Like, let's not demonize
It's like
them.
gone and he's still an asshole to his dad.
Yeah.
He's like, well, he can only fix so much. So she's standing in the doorway of the church. He said she looked different, not pretty anymore.
Oh, no.
He said he described her as looking twisted and horrific.
Okay, rude. I'm sure she was still stunning.
Well, I hate the word twisted because
I just imagine head backwards.
yeah, and like a weird expression. I don't know. Yeah, head backwards too. I feel like any exorcism gotta have a backwards head.
Yeah, it's kind of a necessity.
If it's not, then it's not even an exorcism.
Yeah, then why are we even talking about it? Were you even really possessed if your head didn't turn
if
around?
your head didn't spin around, then maybe you're just, I don't know, having mental issues. You're just having a bad day.
We've all been there.
My head was spinning the last 2 weeks. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, moving on. So when she motioned to me, I hid my face. I looked again and she had transformed into something horrible. And she did not look like a girl anymore, but a demon. Sumrall prayed over the body, commanding whatever spirit was tormenting him to leave. And according to Sumrall, the encounter marked a turning point. The disappearances stopped after this. His behavior returned to normal, and he was eventually able to live an ordinary life without further reports of mysterious vanishings. So, classic possession, I guess, but still some questionable things. I mean, I feel like I haven't read that in a paranormal story or a possession before. Like all the other stuff we're talking about, like the teleporting.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's the story of Cornelio Closa, the invisible boy.
I loved that.
Thank you. Oh, wait, I don't know if I still have it up because I was looking that whole.
I don't need to see a picture if that's what you were gonna do.
Oh, I don't have it. Well, he just looks like a regular guy.
You've told me that before.
He really does. But oh wait, oh no, I don't have it up anymore. The book was actually I could probably pull it up. Alien Entities. I was like, I kind of want to read this. Oh wait, okay, yeah. I kind of want to read this, but I probably won't. But like the chapter names, hold on. What are alien entities? The origin of alien entities. How does a human receive an alien entity? Hold on. Alien entities and crime?
Oh.
Alien entities and children? Is schizophrenia an alien entity?
No.
Are witch doctors possessed by alien entities? There's... yeah. It's kind of like these chapters are a little wild to me. Like I feel like this guy almost like got one story and made alien entities his whole personality.
Yeah.
The witch doctors I did not appreciate.
I did not like that.
Because I love a witch doctor. But yeah, so you can look that all up online if you want. There's also a documentary about it. I didn't have time to watch it at the time I wrote it, but looking back, I probably had time because it was 2 weeks ago. But at the time, I was rushing to finish it, and I was like, I can't. But
yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, I already read all about it, and you heard all about it.
Yeah.
So, but that wraps up our story for today. If you guys want to send us an email or just say like hi or something, you can email us at
igsttystories@gmail.com. You can also find us on social media at igsttypod. We're on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
Mm-hmm. So you can comment, DM, just say hi, say what your favorite story is, send us a story, anything.
Yeah. Really, there are no rules.
Yeah, we just like saying hi.
Yeah. And reminder that if you are in Arizona or don't know what you're doing with your life or you're not coming to Arizona for our live show this Sunday, jump on a plane. We're going to be at Bottle Shop at 4 p.m.
Yeah. Or we live stream on TikTok during them too. So 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Is that the time zone we're on?
I think so.
Okay. Google it. We're in Arizona.
We can do everything for everybody.
Be there or don't be there.
No, be there. Please
just be there.
Please just be there.
Well, thank you guys for listening.
Later.